We're ready to dive into a conversation about a topic we're all really familiar with, and that's the topic of trust. I'll give you a worksheet in a minute, and it's folded for a reason because I'd like to invite you not to open up the worksheet. And down this left-hand column is a space for you to jot first names or initials of people that fit that category of people you trust. Think about who are the people that you would say you trust, and as much as possible, don't put family members. By looking around, most of you have your first column filled out, so let's move to part 2 of the activity. So if you open up the worksheet, you'll see across the top is a variety of diversity dimensions. So what I'd like to invite you to do is just go through the names of that first column and code them by their diversity. So if they're a male, put an M in gender. If they're a female, put F. And you'll get the hang of just coming up with your own code. And notice what you notice as you go through the process. I want to give you a, I don't know if you'd call it a model. It's kind of a way that we'd like you to think about this phenomenon of how people work their way into your trusted 10. So just kind of think of level 1 trust is folks that you are just getting to know or that you're acquainted with. This is always the biggest number of people we know. It's people we're familiar with. So over time, folks wind their way at work across, and it's a gradation, it's almost degrees, into this second level. If we use time and relationship building, then people move into, my really bad acronym is COMFY. And that's come over to my front yard. And that list of people, I would say, have moved beyond I know their name to they're people that I would trust in my house and in my yard. Usually about 10% of this outer circle that we actually feel comfortable with. So the trust is growing there. Those people we trust more. And then we move into that inner sanctum that we'll call trust. Maybe it's the trusted 10, maybe it's the trusted 20. This is the most diverse group of people in my life. For you too, right? This is it kind of thins out a little bit there. And then we move into our trusted 10. And for most of us, we see the least amount of diversity in that circle. When I have a chance to give somebody, I'll call it a sexy assignment. It's a high visibility project, access to senior leaders. Really, it's maybe a stretch assignment. Am I going to go to the people on my team at this level? Most people would say that they're going to be moving up into this zone or probably into this zone. And so the implication for us as an organization, right, is if we keep giving the good opportunities, promotions, stretch assignments to folks that are up in this zone, then what's going to probably happen with diversity on your team? We're going to keep replicating people that see the world more like we do. When you go back to your team, when you go back to being an amazing leader, what are some conscious things that you might do over the next weeks or days to take what you learned about the like-me bias and put it into practice? The more we're able to talk about the like-me bias and how it might be influencing our decision-making, the more we take this from the unconscious to the conscious.